Mm, it's Thursday. It's beautiful outside. Update on me. I've been everywhere this morning. I got up at 5:30, had a coffee, went for a bike ride, and then came straight from my bike ride and went to the gym. Hey, it's really, really good fun this morning. Sparkle face painting and hair. Dot 31. I'd love to know your name finally one day. Says good morning. How are you doing? Philomena's on. Says hello. Who's on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, in Instagram Live, LinkedIn, Twitter? Say hello. Hi Jane, how are you doing? Right, I'll remember that. Jane. Owen's on again. How are you doing, Owen? I hope you're well. You had some wonderful, wonderful things to talk about yesterday. It was great to have you along. On Architecture says hello. Going to change my name on here. Yes, you should. It'd be nice to actually know who you are and what your name is. Sparkle Face. Although now that's going to become a nickname. All right. Who's on? Come on, YouTube Live, Facebook. Say hello on the chat. It'd be great to hear from you. So, this is literally true. It's literally everywhere. Emmanuel's already getting on with the focus. Emmanuel knows. All right. Owen says, good, thank you. I'm tutoring on set today. How are you? Good for you, mate. Good for you. I'm very, very well. I hope that's going well for you, Owen. Tell me a bit more. What type of tutor are you? What do you do? It's always interesting to hear people who are in the industry. Right. Emmanuel alluded to it. Okay. This is a shocking statement to the majority of actors. All right. And it's meant to be that way. However, I truly believe it. Okay. And by the way, so does Emmanuel. So that's two people who know this to be true. But yet, any actor who's on here now sees that statement, they're going to be very disbelieving to begin with. Okay? So let me know your thoughts instantly, even before I go into it, as to what you think of that statement. Okay? The question, struggling to find paid acting work. Okay? Question mark. It's everywhere. There we go. What do you think of that instantly? What does that make you do inside? What does that do to your mentality, psychology? Owen says, I'm an actor on set. I am in tutoring, so tuned into your live feed. I have a cast lead role in the show I am doing. Good for you, Owen. It sounds like you are doing incredibly well. It sounds like you're enjoying yourself, and it sounds like you are, schooling on set is boring. So you are under 16 and you have a tutor on set. I remember when I was a child actor, but the tutoring wasn't as good as it probably is now. It would just be literally, they'd have to get a teacher and the teacher would sit with me for an hour or so at a time, and I would end up drawing pictures or something. They weren't really that bothered when I was young. I'm sure that they've probably a lot better these days, the tutors, and I think, as far as I'm aware, they will ring the school and get the work and really, really ensure that you're doing proper learning. Not like when I was young. But has anyone got anything else to say on the actual statement? Emmanuel says it's true. It's literally everywhere. Now, let me go into it. There's a mindset issue. This is why I do a lot of mindset work for actors. So there's a mindset issue instantly, and that is that acting, are you an actor unless it's a struggle? Okay, it has to be a struggle. Okay, otherwise you probably don't feel like you're doing it right unless it's a big struggle to be an actor. Okay, Santos says, hey, hi Matt, how are you doing? Nice to hear from you, mate. So we sold this idea of acting, that it has to be a struggle, and that there's only one trajectory to being an actor, that there's only one route to being an actor, that there's only one way of actually getting acting work. You get an agent and you sit by the phone. There's so many things that we are missold about being an actor. There's so many kind of tropes and stories out there of what being an actor is. And we buy it all, okay? And we go to classes and workshops, and other acting coaches will still sell this particular dream, or this particular, not dream, but this particular concept of what the industry is. I feel like I'm slightly different as an acting coach. I chose genuinely to be an acting coach. I literally had what I thought was a successful career, and I decided 100% that I preferred coaching. Whereas maybe other acting coaches who really felt like they're in this struggle just went, right, I'll have to go to acting coaching then. And then maybe still perpetuate this myth that it's a struggle, it's hard, you can only get work if you get an agent and sit by the phone. You know, it has to be a struggle. Well, guess what? It's just not like that. And I'm going to tell you something else that I truly believe that might be even more shocking is acting isn't any more of a tough industry than a lot of other industries that people are in and succeeding in. All right, there we go. I've said it. If anyone think that that is controversial, get on the chat. Let's debate it. It's fine. All right. So, I love this. I love fresh coffee in the morning. So, why is it the opposite of what is constantly perpetuated out there? Why is it actually a lot easier? Why is this paid work everywhere? Why do the average actor not see it? Why do the average actor just tell everybody it's a struggle and sit by the phone? And right, here we go. Here's what the industry looks like right now. So the industry is on catch up, obviously, with COVID. So there's lots being filmed, and the top level production companies are booked out doing Netflix, doing all of these different platforms that, by the way, have increased their output, okay, because they are in a battle at the minute. There's so much filming to be done, to be had. That's just at the top level. So what's happening now is a lot of the things that would be produced and by higher level production companies are now coming down a level to different production companies that sit below them, and they are advertising direct to actors. They're maybe not even using a casting director. They maybe have a lower budget, but they're still paying, so they just go direct to the actors, okay, using different platforms, using sometimes even social media. All right, so they are advertising paid roles direct to actors. Then what's happening as well is the actual landscapes change. So paid acting work is taking so many different forms. I've just last night I had a one-on-one with one of the clients that I mentor on a one-to-one basis, and she has just done an amazing project with a UKT company where they're producing their own adverts and commercials that are going to be shoved around social media. She did such a good job. They said that they want to work with her ongoing. That's paid work, regular paid work. All right. So the type of work for actors is changing. There's stuff that's been around for ages, things like voiceover, things like medical role play, sales role play, working for corporate companies, doing role play. There's still TIE, there's still tours. All right. There's still repertory theatre companies. Okay. There's still so much work to be had. But the problem is, to the majority of actors that have a very different mindset, they don't see the wood for the trees because they see just one route, because they are on just one road. Okay. This one road, which is the old fashioned and very, very old fashioned now route, where they say, right, I do some training. I then get a role or my first agent. Then what happens is I sit by the phone and wait for the agent to ring. I do an audition. I don't get it. I then try and go for another one, and hopefully I get a big break and I am there. That particular road is now blocked. Okay? It's blocked with so many other actors that are effectively blocking the road, right? That have basically been sold this myth of what the industry is and how to be a successful actor, whatever that means. All right. And when you're on that road and blinkered and looking forward, you're not seeing the paid work that's out there. You don't realize, because you're so blinkered, you don't realize the industry is changing all the time and that so many production companies are advertising direct with paid work. You don't see the fact that the industry is changing and you can literally do a commercial, online commercial that goes viral on social media for literally a company that has their own marketing department and literally films their own stuff. You don't see that. So you don't get the work. But here's the thing. Whilst you're on that road of this old-fashioned path, around you, there's work everywhere. Everywhere. But you will not see it. Okay? Let me know what you think about what I'm saying. Am I wrong? Am I right? How do you feel about it? Are you an actor that's been blinkered, okay, and feel like you're on that particular path? Have you not? Can you not see the wood for the trees? Right, let's see some comments. Okay, Christopher Cressy says, I'm very much interested in voiceover and voice acting. You should be. You should be interested in everything. It's work, okay? Let's have a look. Jane says, we've had lots of morning mats from Malk. Brailsford's on. Good to see you. Kezia's on. I have applied for a few short films on Star Now and Mandy and Twitter. Yes, why not? Okay. What is the best place to use to find work without an agency and website? You have to look at every option. You're right, Matt. It's all about positive mindset. It is. It's all about your mindset. It's all about the way you look at it. If you, the way that life works is if you have what's called an abundance mentality, where you feel that there's just so much to go out in the world, there's resources, then you genuinely will end up seeing the abundance of the world and attracting it to you. When you have a closed mentality and you just think that, you know, rich people are over there and successful people are over there and that there's not enough to go around, then you will not attract it. You will not have the right mindset. And it's the same thing with acting. And that's a really good point. To answer your question, Owen, what is the best place to find work without an agency, i.e. website? Okay, Owen, I have an app. If you go on linktree.com/Matt Zina, I'm going to put the link in the description once I post this video. I have an app, and on that app, it's totally free to download, Matt Zina Acting. There's a PDF on there with 21 different locations where you can find your own acting work, where you can literally discover all of these things. As well as that, there's good old Google. Get on there and find voiceover work. And as well as that, be a business, guys. Be a business. So if you want regular work, right? Regular work, and you're an actor, you have a skill, you have high value, you could go and literally ring the marketing department of any national, international UK company. Have the brain, have the cojones to do this and say, look, do you do viral content? What's your social media output? Can I, as an actor, help you with that? You sign a contract, you give them an idea of what the future of this industry is. Go out there and sell yourself to a company. If I was an actor right now, I would operate so business savvy that I would never, ever, ever be out of work. This would be my acting business and I would never, ever stop working. Okay? Genuinely. But it's like I said, you're sold on this very blinkered path. And that path is going to be blown up into smithereens in the next 10 years because this industry has changed. All right. And that is why there is work everywhere. You just have to find it. And in fact, it's in plain sight. But because most actors are so blinkered on such an old-fashioned, and I mean old-fashioned concept of this path that just goes from, right, I've done some training. Okay, right, next up, agent, spotlight. Right, I'm going to sit here and hopefully the phone will ring. And then it either does or it doesn't. Whilst you're doing that, you've missed out on so much paid work, so many credits, so much increasing your value, so much money. You're a business. You need money to survive. Then you get the day job because it's not paying, so you get a part-time day job, and then that turns into full-time, and then your acting career is over. And I've seen it time and time and time again. Okay? So there we have it. That's the truth. And I will always tell you the absolute truth, I promise, as I know it, of course. Some of it's opinion, some of it is obviously the opinion comes from 20 plus years worth of experience in this industry. Now, Emmanuel said right at the beginning, this is so true. It's because I mentor him full time, coach him daily on all of this stuff and show him exactly where to get this work. And believe me, Emmanuel never stops working. The people who I mentor one-on-one, they know this and they have very successful acting businesses. If you want to be mentored by me, I'm offering a full month of mentoring. That's a full month of coaching by me for just 150 quid in July, for the whole of July. So if that interests you, DM me and I will. By the way, there is literally just one, maybe two places left. So make sure you get in touch as soon as possible. As well as that, check out my link tree for more ways in which you can learn and get involved in everything that we are doing. We are on a crusade to change acting and make it much more accessible, make actors not fail in the way that I mentioned, make sure actors get good, successful acting businesses, which is the most exciting time to be an actor right now because there is work everywhere. And I really mean it. Have an amazing day, everyone. And I hope you enjoyed this content. And I'll probably be around again tomorrow with some more value just for you. See you later, guys. Have an amazing one.